the light on your
All
own.
right, everybody, I'm with the guys from Voodoo Moonshine, Pedro Espada and Chef Lawsire. How you doing, guys?
Good.
All
How you
right,
doing?
man.
Awesome. So you guys have a new single out there. You presented it last night.
Yeah, that video was released last night. The actual single is released on the 6th, which I think
Okay.
is the Monday.
Yeah, a couple of days from
Yeah.
now. And what
Mhm.
platforms are going to be available? Like all the music platforms.
Yep.
Electronic?
Everywhere online. You know, Amazon, iTunes, everywhere.
Google Play.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool,
Yeah.
guys. So this is part of a new album or a new EP?
We discussed this earlier. We're going back and forth on it. I mean, we've got enough for a full-length CD, and then we've got a lot of extra outtakes for an EP. So we're kind of going back and forth. You know, I guess we'll wait and see.
And what other songs you've been working to complete this EP/album eventually?
Well, there's also we have another single out, Give It To Me.
Oh,
That's been out. Yeah, that's been out for a while, and that's out there everywhere.
Give it to me one time, baby. Give it to me sometimes all night. Give it to me all night long, yeah.
And we also worked on the acoustic song. It's kind of like an alternative version from the original, which we haven't released the original yet. The
Okay.
original version. Eden in Your Eyes. We have a video out for that one as well.
Did you know me at all? If I tried, was I wrong? Show me a sign.
And Eden in Your Eyes was an instrumental that I did, and I did a video for. So it's kind of morphed from just an instrumental into what it's become now, which is why we have so many versions of it. We have an instrumental version, we have a piano version, the new acoustic version that me and Pedro did the video for, and then the orchestrated version. So that's about 11-year-old song. You know, it's morphed into a bunch of stuff. You know.
Chef, are you writing most of the songs lately, or is a collaboration? Everybody in the band writes songs.
Well, on this CD that'll be released, you know, I wrote most of the songs. Now we did rework one that was called Bloody Money, and we've changed it now. It's called Bring It Down. Pedro had written, what was it, first couple of verses and the chorus, and then I brought in a couple of verses. So on this CD, you know, just so we can get it out, you know, on this particular one, it's the songs that I had written. Next one, I'm sure we'll collaborate a lot more on.
When the weight of time made you crumble, and all the things you do only brings you trouble.
How long have you been, guys, playing together, Pedro? You know each other from the childhood, or something that you guys you know, started to, you know, put a band together a few years ago?
No,
Yeah,
actually,
we just talked about this a little bit ago, didn't we?
yeah. It's
What did we say? 18 months now.
I think so.
Okay.
It was October 2018. It was kind of a fluke how it came about too, and
Yeah.
you know, it was kind of cool. I had found Pedro online.
Oh, yeah, I remember the story. Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah,
please tell me the
okay.
story. It's a good one.
I found Pedro online doing his karaoke videos, you know, kicking ass doing that. And then I seen a video that he did where they were playing at Bike Week. And so I emailed him and I sent him some songs, and he sounded really fucking not interested whatsoever. And then he was too busy for any of my bullshit. And, you know, but I you know, I stayed in touch with him, and eventually, you know, I guess he liked the songs, and next thing you know, man, I'm in the car. I'm going down to Daytona Bike Week, and basically on stage and fuck up a couple of cover songs. You know, I had just met the other guys in the band right before we went on stage, and that was kind of like the equivalent of the first band jam in front of what, a couple thousand people, something like that. And that was that was October 2018. It's kind of hard to believe that time's flown by so fast, you know. But,
yeah, that definitely doesn't seem that long.
I wanna touch you, I wanna feel you, but I don't want you any other way.
During the interview, I watched a bunch of videos of you, you know, playing, singing live, you know, and you, dude, you're a really good singer. I just wanted to know, you know, for how long you've been singing out there, you know, because it seems like you have a lot of, not only, you know, you sing very well, but you have a lot of experience, you know, on stage, also, you know, in studio.
Yeah. Well, back in the 80s, I was playing in original bands, and then everybody, all the rockers know once Nirvana came out, killed rock. So I was playing that for a few years, you know, as a teenager back in the 80s, and then that happened, so I kind of just basically quit music.
Wow.
You know, started my life, got married, did the whole thing for, you know, 15 years, and then I came back. I just couldn't, I mean, I was always recording and writing songs during that time, but just, you know, in my studio, I wouldn't perform live. And I decided, I actually went on a cruise and sang a karaoke song, and everybody went crazy, and I was just like, maybe I should go back into this. You know, so I came back from the cruise, and I started a cover band just for fun, and 10 years later the band is still going strong, and you know, and I'm still writing originals with Jeff. You know, we're doing this now, and I also have, you know, originals that I do in Spanish. So nice. You know, I haven't stopped except between the 15-year time period. But even then, I didn't really stop. I was just kind of writing on my own and just putting it away.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, but I never stopped singing though. I've always kept my voice, you know, in shape.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, but singing live, definitely. You know, singing 4 hours a night in the weekends, it's kind of helped to sing songs like the Voodoo Moonshine songs. You know, when I first heard the original versions that Jeff sent me, I loved the music. You know, the whole arrangement I really liked. But of course, you know, when my vocal style, I could hear it, you know, in the songs. And Jeff's like, "Go ahead, take it. Do what you want with it." And I was like, "Awesome." So that's what we're doing now. That's why I'm doing all the vocals on these songs, and I think they're a lot better, Jeff.
Very cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's worth the wait and the time. You know, when I did contact Pedro, I thought I had finished the CD with the last singer I had, and you know, I had stopped. Just like Pedro, you know, he quit. In my mind, I was done with the CD. I didn't care if it continued, you know, if it did any good, it didn't matter. You know, so a lot of things kind of fell into place of what led back up to starting up again with Pedro and the guys and finishing it up. You know, the CD's old to me, but it's not old to anyone else because it's not released. It's not old to Pedro, the guys in the band, because you know, we're starting over again. I mean, that's what we're doing. And if it takes time, we'll do it as long as we do it right.
Dude, in music, you always can start over again. You know, there's no limit or anything. So you know, you can do whatever you want and feel free. You know, that's part of what I love about music. You know, the freedom and and the creation. Right? You can express what you're feeling. You know, your experiences, like you mentioned. You know, when your grandma passed away, you know, sadly, but you know, it brought you a lot of feelings that you put in writing and in songs, right? So, Jeff, tell me a little bit about you, like your experience as a guitar player. I see you in the videos so concentrated, like you put a lot of feelings into your,
Trying not to screw up is
strings.
what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying not to fuck up, man. It's kind of deep thing.
No,
Well,
you in the strings, like you put a lot of emotion. That's what I see at least.
yeah, well, I want the song to be important. Of course, Pedro being a phenomenal singer, um, that's great. That makes everything sound great. I don't have to worry about any flashy guitar solos. Actually, at some point will want to add another guitarist, and I'm cool with if he takes over the leads, because to me, being a songwriter, it's really about the song. A solo doesn't mean shit to me. It's the overall song and that people can relate to it. With these songs being old, like Eating in Your Eyes, it's that old, but you can listen to the words now and it's relatable. Everybody can somehow relate to loss and love and what a way to go. What a way to go has a lot of meaningful words, especially with what's going on now.
Yeah.
So being a guitar player, man, I just want to I just want to write the songs. It doesn't matter if anyone remembers me particularly as some phenomenal guitarist. I just want the band to be remembered as a great band with great songs. So I'm not really bullshitting, man. If I look deep into thought, I'm just trying not to screw up. I'm just trying to just keep it down, man.
A lot of bands are postponing their concerts to farther in the year. September. Are you guys planning on going on tour? Probably in that month.
Talking about the Ballroom Blitz, the show in Maryland. We had just signed a management deal with Bradley Entertainment, and so they're putting on a big show, the Ballroom Blitz, in Maryland, and it was scheduled for March 20th and 21st. Obviously, with the that's going on, all concerts and living outside has pretty much been on hold. Talking to them, and I think it's obviously we don't know until what the government tells us we can do. But I think it's loosely trying to be rescheduled for October 9th, 10th, and 11th. They've added a third date.
All right. So Pedro, are you a writer too? Do you write songs? I'm talking more about Voodoo Moonshine. Are you right now in the quarantine period? Are you getting some inspiration to get on the desk and write some songs?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, right now I'm concentrating on finishing the songs, but like Jeff had said earlier, he had a song called Bloody Money. So I just took the music track and I just wrote, new verse, new chorus, completely different from the original. So it's coming out pretty good.
Awesome.
It's going to be an amazing song. It really is.
Yeah.
It's going to kind of steer away from our serious side of like Swallow My Pride, and sometimes you just want to.
Are you guys more? I'm sorry. Are you guys more in touch now that we have a lot of time? Probably many of us are inside. I don't know if you guys go still out to work. But are you guys talking more on on one end, you cannot go outside and tour, but on the other end, probably you can collaborate more and get more stuff done, in terms of songs and music?
Yeah, absolutely. There's more. I mean, I'm lucky enough that I'm still working in my day job, but I do have more time to finish these songs that have been taking so long, right, Jeff, for me to finish them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Right now, it's just basically me sending texts or calls to Pedro saying, "Are you done? Hurry the fuck up. Are you done?"
Pretty much.
That's our communication, and he either answers me or he doesn't. So it works great.
Tell to the fans. I know you have a lot of fans, a lot of female fans also. So
we're trying to get just like any business, of course, we're a band, but we're a business. We're trying to get everything in order. I like I mentioned, We have new management, so we're updating our bios, getting our merchandising store together, our websites, all the platforms we need to be on. After we hang up with you, we've got another interview with a radio station that's actually up in your area, 97 Underground. So we're trying to promote that way. When all this is done, then we have all kinds of avenues to make it available to everybody.
Pretty cool. Guys, thank you so much for your time. I hope when you come here up in Maryland in October, I will be able to go and see you. I can't wait to see the show live. Pedro Espada, Chef Lozoyer from Voodoo Moonshine, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
When the time has come to go,